Like that, I like promotions. Presentation. Okay, this guy here.
I was out for a little bit. I'm back. Okay, good. So, we'll talk later. Okay.
Got some lakes, like M Lakes, brand new ones that he knows about. And we can screw into the side of them with some white panels. And then take all that ADW stuff off.
Oh, okay.
Put them on panels in the hallway so they're not just stuck to the wall. It
Okay.
looks cheesy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I just come across these legs. They're beautiful.
Get together on a weekend?
Because I wouldn't want them for the museum. There's no room.
Okay. That'll be good.
So.
Good evening, it's 6:30, and I'd like to call the February 9th council meeting for Gibraltar to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, could you please call roll?
Schumate, Bosmer,
Here.
Cox,
Here.
Dill,
Here.
Lapointe. Here. McNabb,
Here.
Molnar.
Here.
Motion be in order to excuse the absent members.
Make a motion to excuse the mayor due to business.
Second the motion?
Motion by Lapointe, second by Bosmer. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion carries. At this point, we'd like to open up to public comment from items that are on the agenda. Oh, I apologize. If everything's in order, a motion to approve the agenda would be in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by McNabb, seconded by Lapointe. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. At this point, I'd like to open up to public comment for items that are on the agenda. Seeing none?
Wait.
I apologize. Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Justice Walden, 30726 Adams. Two things. First off, I know we're in like a really political time, a lot of diversity in the country. There was a post earlier today on Facebook about what happened to the old Speedway building. There's no place here for that. I'm all for, people expressing their freedom of speech and everything, but we don't need to deface property. That's just unnecessary. The second thing is, with as much railing as this community did for this last election, I'm kind of troubled that we haven't heard anything from the treasurer yet. We're 6 meetings in and we have had 0 report. That's all.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
Brandon Dix, 30664 Bayview Drive. Just curious, over the months I've been trying to keep up, have we ever got a solid number, what we thought was missing or embezzled or stolen? A firm number, 60,000, 80,000 or anything like that?
I don't have a firm number right now for you, Brandon. What I would do is defer that information to our city administrator, and if you could respond on that.
Yeah, no hurry on that. But more importantly, I think, do we have now safeguards in play where this can't happen again? I mean, we do require 2 signatures or 1 signature, or do people just have a credit card and they swipe it? What are today's safeguards where we don't see this again?
So for public comment, this is your time to talk. I can address that during my comments at the end.
Okay, cool. Thank you, that's it.
Anybody else? Okay, then we'd move to presentations. Fire department promotions? Chief Simon?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Pro Tem. I am here to present just one promotion tonight. We'll be doing another evening. This is a recognition of promotion to Sergeant Kedrick Johnson, who has been duly promoted to the rank of sergeant in recognition of demonstrated leadership, professionalism, dedication to duty, and commitment to the mission and values of the Gibraltar Fire Department. This promotion was effective February 3rd, 2026, and is granted with the full confidence that Sergeant Johnson will continue to serve with integrity, accountability, and excellence in the performance of his duties. Sergeant Johnson, congratulations on your promotion. We will now be pinning Sergeant Johnson's new badge and collar brass. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Sergeant Johnson. Next up, I believe we have a presentation from the American Red Cross.
Hello. Let me get you started up. Yep.
Thank you. And can I click, or just click here? Okay, all right, thank you. Hi, thank you. Thank you, Dennis, first of all, and thank you, City of Gibraltar and Wyandotte of Anderson Nation for the opportunity to speak with you all tonight about everything we've done together. My name is Jen Sarah. I work for the American Red Cross. And before we talk about what we've done together for blood drives, let's talk a little bit briefly about who we are and what we do. So the American Red Cross is the U.S. part of the global Red Cross and Red Crescent movement that is a nonprofit humanitarian aid organization to help to alleviate suffering. We partner with largely volunteers. We're 90%, we work with volunteers and community organizations. We have 5 lines of service. Biomedical services is what the blood drives are through. We also have disaster preparedness, response, and recovery, also known as disaster relief. Service to the armed forces, training services, and then international services. One of the most visible ones, though, is the blood drives, which is what we partner with you all. So let's talk a little bit more about that. So why do blood drives matter? Blood cannot be stockpiled or manufactured. It has to be donated. Very, very important. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. So that can be trauma victims. That can be someone that's just given childbirth and has a loss of blood. That can be cancer treatments. There's a variety of needs for blood. The demand is steady. It's year-round. And a single donation can help more than one person. So why it's always needed is pretty obvious, but right now we actually have a critical need. Due to the holidays and then the severe weather that we've had a lot lately of, unfortunately, there's been a lot of cancellations of the blood drives. And then we've also had, in addition to those things, one of the worst flu seasons that we've had in nearly 20 years. So people that normally would go donate have been unable to go donate. So as of January 20th, the Red Cross announced that we have about a 35% shortage right now in our blood supply. So they are putting out the call for anyone who can go donate to go donate. Patient care is at risk. We don't want doctors to have to worry about it, choose who has to be put off and who needs to be taken care of. So when the system is under strain like that, it's the community partnerships that we really, really rely on. So let's talk a little bit about that. So we're in our community partnership with you all, with Wyandotte Evander Nation and the Red Cross. We bring life-saving blood drives directly to your community so that it's convenient, it's close to home where people live and work and play. We've gotten to host with you guys since April 2025 4 blood drives, so we thank you all for that. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the impact that that's had. So I kind of got teared up when I thought about this on the way here, to be honest, because I'm a little bit of a sap, you guys. But of those 4 drives, you guys met or exceeded the need for the patients at every drive. And that's something to say, because I mean, I run probably 30 to 35 blood drives a month, and there's a lot of drives that do not meet that benchmark. And you guys exceeded it every time, or met it. Overall, your overall achievement was 112% of goal. The goal to meet patient needs for those drives was 105. You guys collected 117 total units. That was 105 whole blood units and 12 power reds. You had 15 first-time donors between those 4 drives, and 52 of those donors were O-type donors that can be used almost as like universal types, whether it's O-negative or O-positive. So the numbers tell us something, but a lot of times stories help us a little bit better. So let's talk a little bit about a patient's story here. So Emmy was a young lady who in spring of 2023, her parents started to notice that she was having bruising and things like that. It turned out she had, oops, I went too fast, sorry, my bad. Turns out she had aplastic anemia, which is a rare disorder. So she had to go to the hospital for 72 nights in 1 year, 37 appointments, 17 anesthesia procedures. My finger's clicking that, sorry. And had 40 life-saving transfusions in that 1 year of this young girl's life. And this is just one story, but her mom talks about, sorry, my finger is just, I gotta smooth it. How she was surviving on blood and platelet donations for an entire year of her life and relying on really others that had no idea who her daughter was. So in September 2023, her daughter actually got a bone marrow transplant, which helped her tremendously. But that year where she was relying on the blood donations, it really made a huge difference to her strength. As we look forward, I want to talk a little bit about how grateful we are to you all, to Dennis, to the city, to Wyandotte Evander Nation and their leadership, the community partners and volunteers, and the donors. We look forward to more ongoing collaborations, more blood drives, and I believe that you guys can be considered a premier blood program partner because your drives have been very successful. And I'm very excited about you all having that around here because I feel like we don't have enough drives in this area, and I really am excited about maybe publicizing all of those more so that more people know as well. Your upcoming drives will be on April 10th, July 17th, and November 27th. And you guys are all part of something bigger. So in your community around the world, you already know that you're helping here with biomedical services and the blood drives. We do supply about 40% of our nation's blood supply. That's at 2,500 hospitals and transfusion centers, and we do about 500 blood drives a day between the whole U.S. We also help to shelter and feed people that have gone through disasters. In the U.S., there's about 65,000 disasters, big and small, every year. And here in Michigan, We have installed over 85,000 smoke alarms in over 33,000 homes, and that was as of March of 2025, so those numbers are larger now. But fire is one of the most frequent of the disasters that we do have to help with. We also help teach skills to save lives, whether that be for lifeguards, first aid, AED, CPR. There's also babysitting training, which I learned about, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. We also provide international humanitarian aid to help reunite families displaced by conflict. And then we support veterans, military members, and their families. So we are the emergency communication for the front lines. We also are the sole blood provider for the front lines. And we help with resiliency workshops and more. So now you get the full picture about One Red Cross, what we do in the community and around the world. If you have any more questions about partnering with us or volunteering with any of the 5 lines of service, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS, or you can visit redcross.org. If you'd like to sign up for one of your upcoming blood drives, you can sign up at redcrossblood.org using sponsor code Wyandotte-Anderton, or you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS and tell them that you want to be a part of that drive, or you can download the blood donor app, which is really kind of cool, because then you can track your blood and where it goes. Highly recommend. There's also blood donor rewards now that are pretty fun, too. And yeah, if anyone has any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer any of them.
I just want to mention, we had a fire maybe a month ago or so, I'm not sure on the date, and the American Red Cross provided emergency housing for our residents here in the city. And that night, they weren't in the cold. They didn't have to worry about where they're going to sleep that night. There was a warm bed for them that night. So I really want to hats off to the American Red Cross and all the really great things you guys do. So thank you. Thanks for coming today.
I will make
Really
sure
appreciate
the
making time.
disaster relief side of our wing knows that you expressed that.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Okay. Next on the item is the consent agenda, which is items A through H. Bills of reference 15, payroll 998, 999, city council minutes of 126, city council special meeting minutes of 126, the police department report for 29, the fire department report for 29, the renewal of the ESRI annual GIS subscription, and renewal of the MSW stormwater annual permit. This will be a roll call vote, just to notify everybody up front, but
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
motion by Lapointe, supported by Bosmer. Any discussion? Katie, will you please call roll?
Dill,
Yes.
Lapointe,
Yes.
McNabb,
Yes.
Molnar,
Yes.
Bosmer,
Yes.
Cox.
Yes. Okay, consent agenda is approved. Next item is unfinished business. There is none. New business. Several items on this. We're going to start with the award bid for the HVAC maintenance service contract. Would you like to give us any background?
Yep, so I'll have John speak about this. He did all the legwork and did the comparisons of the bidders as well.
Okay. All right, I got a motion to approve a 4-year HVAC maintenance service contract along with alternate one to flow air, heating and cooling. The city's been without HVAC maintenance service contract for over a year now. HVAC equipment is in need of regular maintenance to perform properly and efficiency year-round. DPW takes care of changing the filters on a regular basis, but as far as proper maintenance, they aren't qualified to do that. So Flow Air is familiar with our equipment. They have been in the buildings as they have performed service on majority of the equipment before. Attached is a detailed explanation of the bid and award of the contract, for this contract. Fiscal impact is $39,942. That's for a 4-year agreement. And I've got attached Flow Air's bid proposal, the maintenance agreement, bid pack, addendums 1 and 2, questions and answers with Flow Air, a detailed explanation for the bid award and bid summary. I think we had 8 contractors bid on this.
Your recommendation is for Flow Air out of the 8 contractors?
Yes. In the best interest of the city.
I guess a motion would be in order for this approval?
Motion to award Flow Air, the contractor, based on the DPW director's recommendation and evaluation in the best interest of the city.
Second.
Motion by Bosmer, second by McNabb. Discussion?
I will recuse myself. We'll have to check the formality of how I'm supposed to do that, but I do have an interest in Flow Air heating and cooling, so I want to make sure that I properly announce that and recuse myself from the voting or process here.
Very good. Any other discussion? A roll call vote will be in order.
No, we need a motion to abstain first from voting.
Okay.
So can I make that motion? You could request it, yeah. Request somebody to make a motion to allow me to abstain from this vote.
I'd like to make the motion that Councilman Molnar is allowed to abstain from the upcoming vote on the
Well,
Flow Air.
there's a motion on the table, so you have to
Okay.
remove the motion, and then you have to do the motion to abstain.
Thank you.
So
Okay,
the
so
first motion to approve needs to get removed.
So I'll withdraw my motion.
If you passed it, then, yeah.
Yes, and I would remove mine as
Okay.
second.
No, the motion would be to
Okay.
abstain.
Yeah, make the motion that Councilman Molnar is allowed the opportunity to abstain from the upcoming vote on the contract for HVAC for the city.
okay.
Good enough?
Point of order. Is that the city attorney's opinion? It clearly states in our charter that he is precluded from that. I find it hard to imagine we'd have to vote to allow him to do something that he's required to do by charter.
When he's
He has to.
abstaining to vote, yes, yeah, he has to, but whenever you abstain, there needs to be a vote on the abstention as well.
I'm sorry, who seconded the,
I don't think anybody has yet.
I'll second the motion.
thank you. Okay.
Discussion?
Would the clerk read the motion, please?
I had to allow Councilman Molnar to abstain from the vote for awarding the bid to Flow Air. I believe that was all there was.
Yeah, Councilman Molnar would be allowed the opportunity to abstain from the upcoming vote on the HVAC contract for the city.
Yes, okay. All right.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote would be in order?
McNabb,
Yes.
Molnar,
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Bosmer,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Dill,
Yes.
LaPointe.
No.
Okay.
Okay, now a motion would be in order for the award, or a motion would be in order to vote on the award of the contract.
I'd like to make the motion to award the HVAC contract to Flow Air based on the city's DPW director's due diligence in the best interest of the city.
Motion by Bosmer, is there a second?
I will second.
Second by McNabb, discussion?
I just want to state, I'll be voting no on this. I just don't think it's proper for a council person that's a partner in a business to bid on a job, my personal opinion. But I do hope that Councilman Molnar or someone from his business will help us pick the next best person to do this job. We need someone to do the maintenance for us, but.
Any other discussion? Katie, could you please call roll?
Mulner,
I abstain.
Bosmer,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Dill,
No?
LaPointe,
No.
McNabb.
Yes.
It has to be unanimous.
Unanimous.
Okay, so
Doesn't
the
carry.
motion did not
I'd
carry.
like to make a motion that we postpone the awarding of this HVAC contract until the next meeting.
Support? Or second? Sorry.
Motion by Lapointe, seconded by Dill. Discussion?
I'll just say that we would like the opportunity to extend it possibly until we have all the information, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to get it by the next meeting, just because there was a significant $30 difference between the second place bidder and everyone else, and we don't have any information about the second place bidder
Would
to
the,
make us comfortable.
would the first meeting in March be better?
It would be best to leave it open-ended, to just wait until we have more information, and we can bring it back to you when we have it.
Okay, I will
You're okay
withdraw
with
my
that?
motion then.
Okay.
I'm trying to, did we get support so we can discuss? So my thought process is, I would just like, I don't want to rush into a decision tonight based on these circumstances. So I guess I wanted to give John and you the time to figure out who the next best
Yes. Thank
option
you.
is. Okay.
And that's what I was going to recommend, too, that we don't make a decision tonight. I know John sent questions to the second place bidder just yesterday, or today. Today's
morning.
Monday, yeah. Sorry. So we'd like time to do a full due diligence without necessarily, but it's up to you guys whether you'd like to put a clock on it.
I'll just withdraw my motion then.
Okay.
Withdrawal support.
Perfect.
So are we moving on to the next item? Is that?
Yep.
Very good. Next on the agenda for new business is item B, which is the purchase of a gas plate compactor.
Motion to approve the purchase of a Husqvarna gas plate compactor from AIS Construction Equipment. DPW currently does not have a gas plate compactor in our inventory. In the past, we've rented one on an as-need basis, and having our own would eliminate that issue. Compactor comes in handy when we backfill water main repairs, especially when we do a driveway approach or the road section is removed. And the backfill can be compacted thoroughly, and cold patch can be compacted also. Fiscal impact is $2,289, and I got 3 quotes. I think they were all attached. So,
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the gas plate compactor from AIS Construction Equipment in the amount of $2,689.
Second.
Motion by Lapointe, seconded by Dill. Discussion? This will be a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the list is the aerial lift training, item C.
okay, motion to approve a training proposal from CGS Safety Training for aerial work platform training. The bucket truck that the DPW uses for tree trimming and installing Christmas decorations is considered a aerial work platform by OSHA. OSHA requires that any employee who works on a work platform be certified in its operation and use along with a certificate showing that they have been trained. CGS will do the training and provide certificates. The cost of the class is $1,240 for a class size of 12. We will have 2 DPW men attending. Rockwood has 3 attending, and the Gibraltar School District has 3 men attending. The class is tentatively scheduled for February 17th, and the cost would be prorated between Gibraltar, Rockwood, and the school district.
Okay, a motion would be in order.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Molnar.
Second.
Second by McNabb. Discussion?
So I just had a question. So, John, did you mean that, like, we're gonna share the 1240, or our share for the two men is
The
1240?
total cost of the class is $1,240.
Gibraltar's cost. I got
That's,
confused.
that's the cost of the whole program.
That's what I thought you said. So it's gonna be less than that.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Divided by 3.
Any further discussion? This will be a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
Next up, we have item D, confined space training.
Okay. Motion to approve a training proposal from CGS Safety Training for confined space training. DPW employees need to have confined space training for the type of work that they do, repairing water mains and repairing valves in the gate wells. Even though they know what they are doing at a confined space location, they need to know all of the requirements. Even though they've been doing it for years, when OSHA shows up, they will want proof that you've been trained. CGS will do the confined space training along with issuing a test and certificate upon completion. This class size is limited to 12 people. We will have 2 men attending. Rockwood would have 3 men attending. And I've told the fire department that there are 7 openings available. The training day has not yet been determined. Cost of this is $2,225 total. Then the cost of the class would be prorated between DPW, Rockwood DPW, and the fire department.
Make a motion to approve the training proposal from CSG Safety Training for the confined space training for our firemen and DPW workers.
Support.
Motion by Lapointe, seconded by Bosmer. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you. Next up is item E, and it's a request to send Lieutenant Trush and Sergeant Seifert to Module 1 dispatch training. Chief, can you give us some background?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. Good evening. Lieutenant Trush and Sergeant Seifert passed their 40-hour class through ABCO, and they are now certified emergency medical dispatchers. Lieutenant Trush and Sergeant Seifert will be backup dispatchers. Sergeant Seifert is also in the process of taking the emergency medical dispatch manager class, and he's going to oversee the program when it goes live. Both supervisors requested to take the Module 1 training, giving them a refresher in dispatching. This will also provide them with continuing education. I'm requesting to send Lieutenant Trush, Sergeant Seifert to Module 1 dispatch training through Equiture in the amount of $1,168.20.
Make that motion.
Motion by Molnar,
Support.
seconded by Bosmer. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is item F, request for Chief Bullard to attend EMU's Staff and Command Executive Program.
Thank you. Council approved for me to attend the Eastern Michigan University Staff and Command Program on October 13th, 2025. This 9-month program begins February 16th, next Monday. I received the invoice for the class on January 29th, 2026. I emailed the DCC requesting to apply for the first responder grant that I've utilized many times for officers and dispatchers on my department, and I was advised that all the funding was used up for the program. I'm requesting to utilize police training funds to attend the class. I'm requesting for the police myself, Police Chief Bullard, to attend Eastern Michigan University's Staff and Command Executive Leadership Program in 2026 in the amount of $3,500.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the chief to attend the Eastern Michigan University Staff and Command Executive Leadership Program in 2026, commencing on February 16th in the amount of $3,500.
Second.
Motion by Bosmer, seconded by Dill. Discussion?
Thank you for looking into the grant opportunity, chief.
Thank you.
I just wonder, so is this 1 day a week, chief?
It's 5 days a week for 9 months. It's 1 week out of the month. It's kind of like mid-month, so February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September,
Okay.
October.
Thank you.
So Sergeant Gary Robinson will be covering for me my administrative duties while I'm gone.
Thank you. This will be a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is item G, appointment to Board of Review. This is from the mayor. This is a motion to appoint Tim Garrett to the Board of Review. The outline that's described, Tim Garrett previously served on the Board of Review and resigned last year according to Section 9.7 of the city charter. The Board of Review shall be composed of 3 freeholders who are qualified and registered electors of the city, who during their term of office shall not be city officers or employees, or be nominees or candidates for elective city office. The filing by a member of the Board of Review of his nomination petition for an elective city office or the filing of consent thereto shall constitute a resignation from the Board of Review. Tim ran for office, so this is a request for a motion to appoint Tim back onto the Board of Review.
I'll make the motion to appoint Tim Garrett to the Board of Review.
Support.
Motion by Molnar, support, or seconded by Bosmer. Discussion?
I'm not trying to delay anything, but does the mayor, since the mayor is the one that makes these appointments, does he, this is an attorney question, does he have to be here to make the appointment for us to vote on it?
It's a great question, but with the pro tem sitting in as the functions of the mayor, yeah, but it's a good question.
Okay. Any other further discussion? This will be a roll call vote. Katie, would you please call roll?
Mulnar,
Yes.
Bosmer,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Dill,
No.
Lapointe,
Yes.
McNabb.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Next up is item H, which is appointment to the Planning Commission and DDA. This is also from the mayor. This is, he's requesting a motion to appoint Jeff McCarthy as Planning and DDA Commissioner.
I make a motion to appoint Jeff McCarthy as Planning and DDA Commissioner.
Support.
Motion by Dill, seconded by Bosmer. Discussion? This will be a roll call vote. Katie, would you please call roll?
Bosmer,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Dill,
Yes.
Lapointe,
Yes.
McNabb,
Yes.
Mulnar.
Yes.
Next up is item I, which is from our city administrator for creation of an assistant DPW director position.
Thank you. So, as council and I have discussed at length, our DPW is currently understaffed at only 3 full-time employees. And we also have the amazing supervisor, John, who is already working his retirement job. So I would like to ask council to create the Assistant Department of Public Works Director position as both a way to increase our staffing levels from 3 to 4, as well as to create a succession plan. I worked with Amy, and we found the approximate $75,000 to $85,000 salary range within savings from our DPW. One of those savings would be the requirement for this assistant director to have the S2 water license that we are currently paying Benesh for. On average, we're paying them about $4,000 a month. Last 2 months were actually $6,000 a month. So decreasing that cost will significantly offset the cost from this position, as will the opportunity for them to find greater efficiencies in workflow and contracted out services.
I'll make the motion to create that position.
I'll second.
Motion by Molnar, seconded by Lapointe. Discussion? Well, I'm going to chime in. I've always been an advocate for at least having 4 individuals in that position, just because of safety and the utility work that's required. I do want to stress the fact that this position is going to be a field position, and that's my thoughts. So being able to perform the field duties as well is imperative. But those are my comments. Any other discussion?
And I just had a question, where we will post this?
So
How
we're,
will advertise?
the main posting is actually going to be on the MML classifieds. I find that's the best way to get people in this type of field. I'll also post it probably on Michigan Rural Water, AWA, pretty much any site I can think of.
Okay, great. And then I think that the motion might want to include the range of salary, so that doesn't get lost when we come back to hire. If the maker of the motion is open to that $75,000 to $85,000.
Yep.
If there's a reason to update it, we can update it. If not, I think I'm fine with it as is.
To create the position?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other further discussion? Roll call
I'm
vote?
going to withdraw my second.
Okay, well, we need a second for the motion.
I'll support the motion.
Okay.
Okay, so motion by Molnar, seconded by Bosmer. Katie, will you please call roll?
Bosmer?
Yes.
Cox?
Yes.
Dill?
Yes.
Lapointe?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Molnar?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the item is item J, creation of the America 250 Committee.
Thank you. So at the last council meeting, Councilman Dill brought up that it is America's 250th anniversary, and he was hoping that we as a city could do something to celebrate that. So in recognition of that, I would like to ask council to create an America 250 committee. This would be a committee of volunteers, not appointed members, that would come up with a variety of different ways to commemorate 250 years of America, and those ideas would then be brought forth to council for them to vote on budgetary impacts. And there's an addendum in the explanation as well that calls out Gibraltar's 75th year in 2029, so this would be a great prelude to that and ability for us to reignite this same committee at that point.
I make a motion to, for the creation of the America 250 Committee.
Just to clarify, this will be an advisory committee as
Yes.
opposed to volunteers.
Yes.
Motion by Dills, or second?
Second.
Second by Lapointe, discussion?
I would like to make sure that this remains nonpartisan, that we just keep this all about America and not a political party, if that could be possibly written into the workup. Thank you.
Okay, any other further discussion? This will be a roll call vote. Katie, would you please call roll?
Cox?
Yes.
Dill?
Yes.
Lapointe?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Molnar?
Yeah.
Bosmer?
Yes.
Next on the agenda is our second public comment. If anybody would like to be heard, please approach the podium.
Brandon Dix, 30664 Bayview Drive. So just want to talk about the HVAC topic we just had. In my personal life, in my work life, I always find the most qualified, and I hire the least amount when you do that. At work, I do the same. Expense accounts, I never pay for dinner under my work credit card as I would in my home. When I order something from work, I would take the money and make sure I'm wearing the best everything I can with the lowest price possible. I expect that out of you guys too, but I don't see that tonight, unfortunately. So I wish I had your guys' money, man. I'd be a rich man. But anyway, I think it's ridiculous we're not taking the lowest cost when you got the same qualified people doing it. So to me, whether it's $6, $60, $600,000, I think you're stealing money from the taxpayers. And I'm one of the taxpayers. These guys too. Thank you.
Anyone else wish to approach the podium and comment? Good evening.
George Fulmer, 30636 Bayview. Are we still under an audit from the state? I haven't heard anything about it.
That question.
This is,
We were under an audit, I mean, months ago.
this is the
just
time
to-
for the public to speak. I will address that. I'll address any and all questions during my comments.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Seeing none, we're going to move on to reports. First up is the clerk report.
Thank
Katie?
you. I have no report tonight.
Thank you. Next is the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My only report is that I really don't have a report, other than we are working on several things in the Treasury Department. We are working with local banks to try to set up automatic payments through the bank instead of writing checks. It will save us a considerable amount of money. We're also looking into some other procedural write-ups we have to do, especially since we're not having pennies anymore. We have to change our policy to round up and round down all of our payments coming into the city. So that's some of the things that we're working on at this present time. Thank you.
I'm assuming that we're going to have the same processes and procedures in place if this is an automated deposits to vendors, checking off and
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
reassurances?
That's why we can't use our credit union as of today, because they don't do that. So we have to go to the bank to do that. Go to for the banks to do that now.
Okay. Thank you. Council report, I guess we'll start.
Can I go?
Sure.
So we talked to the Red Cross is here. April 10th will be our next outreach for a public blood donation. I think we're 8 or 9 or 10 people already set up. I really appreciate that, and just appreciate the community support and allowing, and thank you to the administrative staff here, Clerk Tomasic, City Administrator Witherspoon, and the mayor for allowing her to come out and speak to the extent that she did. That being said, I also spoke with Katie and Rachel tonight. The mobile Secretary of State has a mobile unit. It's no cost to the city, and I reached out with their guidance, and we confirmed that they had a couple dates in March, but April was where they're starting to book. So to marry this up to the blood drive would be April 10th, and I'm going to reach back out soon, probably tomorrow or tonight, and let them know that we're going to go forward with that locked-in date. So that'll be a free service. If you remember a few years ago when I was on council, like 8 years ago, I had them out 3 or 4 times, and you don't need an appointment like you do at the Trenton Van Horn location. When this is in town from 8 or 9 until 4 or 5, whatever the hours are going to be. It's a mobile truck run on a generator. You can get your driver's license. You can get your picture taken for your driver's license. You can do almost anything you can do at a local branch office, minus a CDL test, of course. And you can get a plate, transfer a vehicle, and there's usually no wait in line either. And we'll let all the other communities know nearby that we have this benefit here in Gibraltar, and we'll hopefully be a great bond building with other community partners, Rockwood and Groseal and Trenton and so forth. So that's exciting. That's coming up for our community. Like I said, it's no cost at all. Secretary of State just as a pro bono to the communities that asked for that. So that'll be April 10th. That was only 2 things that I would like to share as a council report. Thanks for your time.
Councilman McNabb, anything to report?
I have no report this time.
Councilman Molnar?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Councilman Dill?
I just
Councilwoman
wanted to
LaPointe.
mention a couple things if I could. I had the pleasure of attending the newly elected officials MML training, which I'd done probably 30-some years ago. I did it. It was a great refresher. There was an attorney from U of M there that did an outstanding job. So I wanted to thank the taxpayers here for sponsoring that training for me. I think it was $125. So it was time well spent, in my opinion. And then Councilman Bosmer, he didn't mention it, but he and I were at the Legislative Forum this afternoon, or this morning in Southgate. Senator Alyssa Slotkin was there, and I thought it was very inspiring. She's a wonderful public speaker. This isn't an advertisement for her, but she did talk about the housing crisis. So I just wanted to share some fun facts. Right now, there's a 4 million unit shortage of housing in this country. The average age of a first-time home buyer, this blew me away, 40 years of age. And so basically, the American dream of owning a home, being a young person, working hard, and being able to afford, your first home is not happening anymore. So she is sponsoring some legislation, and she's really gonna, the intent there is to start a bill that declares this an emergency. And she said, once it is declared an emergency, we call it what it is. The funding will follow, hopefully, to resolve that. She talked about health care. She understands that everybody feels they're paying more than they need for health care and prescriptions. And again, that's her personal opinion, and she'll be working towards some public healthcare policy. So we look forward to that. But the best part of it, there were high school students that were bussed in to attend this. So we had, you would love this, Rachel. They were from Riverview, 2 tables from Woodhaven. We had Gabriel Richard High School there. And she talked to them about how sad it is, what's going on in Washington, the state of affairs, to be a young person, try to make sense of that. But she assured them this is not the first time in history that this has happened, and that, we've always turned on ourselves, but we've come through it. And it takes 2 things. And she told those children, it takes engaged citizens, and it takes people that are willing to stand up and good leaders. So that's all. It was a great day. I just wanted to share that with everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no report, and next on the item would be the administrator's report.
Thank you. So I have quite the list here. So first, I do want to address the public's concern about safeguards from the audit. A number of different policies were put in place by the treasurer and our finance director over the course of the last year. Those policies range from limiting who can have a credit card, who can use the credit card, as well as utilizing software for purchase orders that before they happen, before they go to council as well. And that comes with a number of different checks and balances. I can provide more information upon request as well, more detailed information. The audit, it is officially in its final form, and it has been released to the city, and anyone who would like to view it is welcome to FOIA that information. I will say, just as a general point of information about me, I know council is aware of this already, but I do not believe we need to make personnel matters public matters. So that is why I am advocating for this audit to be available upon FOIA requests only, and not something that we are going to put online, because it specifically names many personnel just who were contacted as part of this audit. And I want to be transparent, but I also want to ensure that we are doing right by our employees and the taxpayers together. So again, it is available via FOIA. We have it ready to go.
Can I ask one question on that? Is that FOIA for free, or is it going to be charged? Do I get to pay to see where my tax dollars are at?
So it depends on if you'd like it printed or a digital copy. So
I've been charged $54 for a digital copy before, so it doesn't matter.
okay, I will work out those details, but yes. So I would like to also make everyone aware that we have had Michigan Rural Water here this past week conducting a water rate study. More information on that will be forthcoming, but the goal of that was to provide actual data to the numbers that we are charging our residents and make sure it is a fair cost for the residents, as well as we are taking in what we need to for our water and sewer system. So there will be a lot more information about that to come. I want to hit real quick on the bank switching, which we will be bringing to council at the end of this month, I believe. A big part of that is that we will be able to automatically pay our vendors instead of having to write checks for everyone. There are a lot of communities facing check washing instances, And so it limits the fraud as another way of protecting us. So the last item, I would just like to congratulate our clerk on receiving a additional level and license. So I got that in the mail, and I would like to just call her out for being amazing and continuing her education. Thank you. And that's all I have.
All right. Thank you very much. There is no mayor's report, and next on the item would be adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
I'm going to go with Councilwoman Lapointe.
Support.
and Second by Bosmer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much, everybody.
So, now you know, that's why I was gone for a little bit, so. I don't wanna do that again.